Hello everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam and welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches with Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. We are on to day 5 and it is this sketch down here which is a wreath and lots of tags and layers and florals. This sketch has been created by Crystal Barrett, who is on YouTube as Pineapple Papers. Do check her out. She has an awesome series, May I Scraplift You, which I do keep intending on getting back to, but that's for another day. And today we have another outdoorsy kind of layout, and I am going with the wreath theme. So we have a matted layout, matted background, and then a wreath. Now, I seem to have pulled out a lot of pattern paper for this page kit. Don't know why, but let's see what we've got. So in terms of embellishments, we have got this large adventure chipboard piece, which is from My Mind's Eye. We have got a tag, escape and breathe the air of new places, ready, set, go. That, I believe, is Pink Fresh Studio. We have a Simple Stories chipboard frame and a Chamel journaling spot. And then we have a lot of pear tree, cut files bits, lots of acrylic leaves, some arrows, we've got some wooden cameras and clouds from Redefine Creative, and just lots of little bits and pieces. So I'm going to put them there. We've also got lots of the teeny tiny stars, which are very teeny tiny. So let's just move that to there so we've got a bit of space. Oh, we've also got this arrow, which is from My Mind's Eye as well. Then we have some stickers from various sticker sheets. Some of these are from Photoplay, some of them are from Simple Stories. And finally, we have these pieces, which are great for adding dimension. We've got this layered camera, this sign, a shaker, puffy heart from Amy Tan, and then under here we have our title. So it says The Muddy Adventure, and I've just stuck it to this tape so that it didn't go everywhere. I've got 2 photos of Tom and Mick looking very muddy after quad biking in Wales. We've got this cut file, which is a star wreath from the lovely Paige Evans. And then we have various papers. So we have this one. This is Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Weathered Garden. And it is the Honey and Magnolia. I'm not sure which side. I guess we'll probably use the honey side. We have Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Lakeside on Lake Time. I love this paper, but it's got duck, doesn't really fit, so it will be this side. And then we also have a piece of Basil cardstock dotted Swiss in rope swing, and that's the textured one with all the dots on it. And then finally we have Happy Little Fox from Kirel Craft. This is E-Spirit Nature number 5, and it's this lovely grey. And on the back side we have this sort of stony beige with these florals. I'm going to use it for that. So that's our colourway for this layout. So looking at the papers, deciding what we're going to use, I think our background will be this Simple Vintage Weathered Garden. I think. What do we think? Or should we just use that? I don't know. Let me just have a look. I think this one, but we're going to mat it with this green one. And then we'll see if we use these two or whether I've just put too much paper into this kit, which is quite possible. Let's get rid of the branding strips off these pieces, and then I am going to take this one down to 11.5 by 11.5. So that is the branding strips off, and as I say, this one I have cut to 11.5, by 11.5. That's just going to give us a 1/4 of an inch border around our page. Now, looking at the sketch, we probably could have done a bigger border, but I'm conscious of the cut file. So I decided on this layout to do a smaller border just to make sure our cut file will fit. Because now, when I go to put this on, it is going to go over the edge of our background, and that's okay, I don't mind that. Just need to establish which way the cut file needs to go. So the cut file is going to go like that. Now, I did wonder whether to back the cut file with these papers. I think we will. Let's do a couple. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our cut file, we're going to take our patterned paper, and we're going to turn them over. It doesn't matter so much with the cut file for this design, but I'm just going to do it how I do it. And then draw around the inside of what we want to back. So in this instance it is the star, so I'm just going to go like so. And then all I'm going to do is cut that out. And what you want to do is you want to cut just a border to enable you to back the cut file, because you want it to sort of overhang the actual design. So I'm just going to roughly do that. I am not very good at fussy cutting, I don't claim to be, but you're not going to see it, so it doesn't matter. So that's the first one, and then let me just check it fits. Now I believe all of these stars are actually the same size, so it doesn't really matter. So all I then do is take that off, pop a little bit of adhesive around our cut file, like so, and then pop our star upon there, like so. Turn that round. Some of the glue has come out of the side, but that's okay. And then that is what we are left with. So then when that goes back on there, it just stands out a little bit. Now what I think I'm going to do, we'll do some more with this grey, but I think I want another green. So let me just dive into my big bin of scraps, see what we can get. We'll probably have 2 or 3 shades, and I will be right back with you. I'm not going to back the whole cut file on camera just because it's quite repetitive, but I did want to show you how I will be doing one of them. So I've dived into my big drawer of scraps, which I'm keeping to build more page kits, and we have got more paper, so let's get this cut file backed. So we have our cut file backed, and to be honest, I am so glad I backed it. I wasn't going to. I can be, surprise surprise, not afraid to admit it, but I can be a bit lazy when it comes to scrapbooking. But I'm really glad it took 10 minutes, if that. And I just like the pops of colour it gives. It's really fun. We've got lots of different papers, and I've kind of gone random, so I've tried to not make a pattern, if you know what I mean. So let's get some adhesive on here. I am simply just going to pop a little bit of tape adhesive on each star, because I want to be able to tuck things under, so I don't want it stuck down really hard. Just enough so it doesn't go anywhere. There we go. So now we need to just decide where we want it. Let's see. It fits in quite a specific way, I've noticed. So let's see, is that about right? No. So something around there we go. So that is going to go there. Now you notice that it does come over the edge of our matting on all sides. That is okay with me. I quite like the way that looks, and yeah, that is intentional. Just got a bit of adhesive sticking up there. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So let's build this layout. Whilst I was back in the cut file, I matted the photos with this grey paper, and I'm going to follow the sketch so they're sort of central and straight. Now my natural sort of reaction, or natural creative way, would be to sort of put them like this, but I am going to put them straight, and we are going to cover some of the stars where needed. So we're going to start with this photo, which is 5 by 4. This one is 3.5 by 5. So this one is going to go about here. Let me just come up slightly actually. So that one's going to go about there. Like so. And then we've got our other photo, which is going to... I'm going to cover the stars on this one, and we're going to come down like so. Now I am going to tuck it in here though. That's what I was talking about with the adhesive, so we can tuck and it looks different where we are. Noticed I've not done that one very well, but that's fine. It will be covered, so it's no biggie. Now our title is quite big, but I think it could still work. Now on here I have got an O instead of a U, because I don't have any U's left in this alpha, or rather I do in a new pack, and I don't want to open a new pack. So we're just going to create ourselves a U by simply snipping off the top of the O. So the Muddy Adventure was the title I had in mind. I don't know whether this is a little bit too big. Let's see. Okay, so we've got which I'm going to place atop of our photo. You will see me do this quite a lot. The photo is part of your layout at the end of the day. So I always say don't be afraid to utilise some of the negative space in your photo, because I personally love the way that looks. So we've got now of course the U is slightly smaller than the other letters, so we're just going to kind of go for a bit of a random placement. Now I have covered Mick's hand there, but that's okay. I think that still works. So we've got the Muddy, so we've got black and brown, and then we've got this, which I'm going to place here, I think. I quite like the way the adventure goes. It is a very big old title. I've spoken about this chipboard set before, but it was found in a random shop in Dresden, I think it was. When we were on our European road trip, driving all over Europe, and I just happened upon it, and I'd not long been scrapbooking, so I just got it. So we're still using a lot of it. I'm not sure what collection it is. I just recall, I think it was my mind's eye. So there is our title. We've got The Muddy Adventure. Now if we revert back to our sketch, you can see we've got a cluster of embellishments here and here. They are flowers on the sketch. You do what you want to do. We've got some tags and some word strips or banners going at the top there as well. So let's see. We've got this frame, which I'm not going to use. That's going to go back in my stash. I wasn't sure about that anyway. And then we've got this journaling spot, which I would like to use. I'm thinking that could go here maybe. Let's add a little bit of foam to that. So I'm just going to use a little bit of fun foam to give us a bit of dimension to the journaling spot. And of course it is fun because it's got adhesive on it. That's going to go there. So we've still got the stars that you can see. And I would like to use this arrow. Does anybody else struggle with arrows? I'm not sure why, I do. I struggle using them sometimes, but I'm going to use it. Vicky Boutin's collections have certainly got me loving the arrows more. So that's going to go up there. And then we've got all sorts of bits and bobs going here. I don't know about that. It's staying. It won't come off. So it's very concentrated around here. Now, I am going to use this tag, but we're going to cut that off. And we're going to pop the tag in here. And I will just get another tag. Let's dive into our newly sorted box and see which other one could work. We've got this one, which is a bit of a blue, and we've got some blue bits on this layout anyway. So let me just get some twine because we don't have any naked tag holes. So there are our tags just poking out at the end here. And then I'm just going to add a couple of our stickers. I don't think I'm going to use as much of the acrylic as I thought I would, but that's okay. I'm going to add a little floral. We've got a little tab that says Gone Wild, which fits with our theme. And we've also got a little tab sticker. So I think we might pop that up here as a little bit of a filled corner. Now we've got this sign which I love. So I'm going to add that there. That just says been there, get away, go see do, and on the go. And then a little camera up there. I do apologise, I seem to have paused the video and carried on and not realised. All I've done is added these leaf stickers in 3 places and this arrow up here and the camera. I am going to add some of this acrylic. We're going to sort of intertwine it into our wreath, and I'm going to also add the wood veneer camera. The clouds I have put back into my stash. Just don't think they kind of go, so we're going to add the camera on top of that arrow. So we've got the acrylic left, and then I have got these 2 stickers. This is the sort of puffy, shaker, inflated one from Amy Tan, which I thought about trying to tuck in down here. Sort of like that. I am a fan, I know some people aren't, but I am a fan of mixing shapes. So I don't mind having stars with hearts, with circles, with hexagons and all that fun stuff. I know some people will only use hearts or only use stars. I know some big creators say you can't mix and match shapes, it's not good for the eye and it doesn't go with the rule and all that. Personally, I just kind of go with what I like. I don't think there's a problem with mixing and matching. Might not be for everybody, but that's okay. Now we do have this little, it's like a, what do you call it? Layered puffy sticker, but I'm not going to use that. So that is gone back in our stash, and now we're going to add in some of these leaves to finish us off. And what I thought is just adding them in and amongst the stars. These leaf stickers sort of started that off. So I'm going to use a bit of Nuvo glue, and then we're just going to layer them around our layout. So let's have one there. I can't pick them up because I don't have any nails. This glue is almost empty, but do you know when there's still a little bit? I'm not getting rid. And then sort of like adding the leaves in and around is what I thought. So let's, think we might have to call it a day with this glue. Hopefully not. I'm going to add a leafy there, and then let's add one of these ones. It is the proper dregs of the bottle. Let's go there. So there's all sorts of different designs. They're all etched. Great detail. And it just adds a little bit of a finishing touch. Much like I would sometimes use enamel dots, but this time we're going to use acrylic leaves. I'm going to add that one there. I think that's probably it. They do look a little bit random, I grant you, but that's okay. I think we need one up here somewhere. What about there? Like so. So they're like fallen leaves sort of thing. This glue is definitely on its way out. There we go. I do store it upside down. Okay, so I think that's it. And now I'm not going to use all of these, so let's pop these ones back in our green acrylic drawer. And then we have some stars, which I am going to use as enamel dots. And what I'm going to do is just pop a blob of glue around our layout and then pop the star atop. I'm not thinking too much about the colour. The glue will dry, it dries clear. So even though the glue is sort of poking out, you won't see that when it's done. And that's also going to tie in the leaves that I've got going around, which may to some look a little bit random at the minute. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Happy to have used some of them because I have a load of these little teeny tiny stars, and they really are teeny tiny. Okay, one up there and that one there, and I think that's probably going to do it. What do we think? We certainly don't need any more. It is busy, but that is the finished layout. Just refocus there. And I think we have stuck reasonably close to the sketch actually. Of course, it is busier. This is Adam. But I do like the end result. Again, it's bordering on being a monochromatic layout. But we do have pops of colour here and there, which I do love. So yeah, that is today's layout for day 5. Thank you for the inspiration, Crystal and Christy. And thank you to you guys for watching as usual. I will be back tomorrow for day 6, and we have another double page layout coming at you. So I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, engaging, both with me and everybody else playing along with this awesome series. You will find details of everybody playing along in the description box playlist link. And if you want to play along yourself, come along to the Facebook group and get involved. There are loads and loads of sketches and inspiration over there. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.